What's up, guys? Choosing Labour here with episode number 36 of Red vs. Blue. Today's episode, honestly, it's a little bit of a dead rubber. It's the end of the season, and, the unlucky 13s have come in, so that's going to be interesting. But it's good to see how the team have developed, how they've shaped up, all that good stuff ahead of next season, where hopefully we'll be trying to push on for promotion. Also, apologies at the start of the video. I'm still trying to get over this cold, so if my voice gets a bit weak or croaky, I do apologise. I'm doing my best, but I want to make sure you got your Friday video, so we're making the best of what we've got. Anyway, like, subscribe, ring the bell. I'll see you after the intro.
Streets are full of dreams and lies. Every corner has a story. With a pint and cloudy skies, we chase our fleeting glory. Manchester nights are calling. In the madness we are falling. Round and round the wheels turn. Bright city always burning.
So we are kicking things off then on the red side of Manchester with the updates. We're 13th in the league. We're 13th in the league actually with both teams, which is weird enough, but that's life. Ryan Tioffo has 16 goals so far this season. And actually, when we say we are 13th in the league, it's one of those situations where there are a lot of very big teams in the National League at this point. I say very big teams, but in terms of what you expect to be in the National League, what Yeovil below us and Harrogate, who've been in the league for a few years now. But even above us, we've got Northampton there, we've got Crawley there, we've got Woking, who are always strong there. Accrington Stanley are usually strong at this level. There's Scunthorpe, Torquay, Newport, Cheltenham, Gillingham, and Telford somehow top of the pile going into the final day. It's a really strong league, and it's easy. I think I'm hoping we'll have a national. Hoping we don't get any more big-ish clubs down. Traditionally, big clubs coming down. Stevenage and Bromley are actually probably the best we could hope for in terms of coming down. Although Bromley are still in the relegation fight, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's just we very much need one or two of these teams to go up automatically or through the playoffs, just to weaken the league a little bit, because it's been a little bit rough for us. In terms of how the season itself has shaken out, checking all the friendlies and stuff are gone. Our friendlies, we have been, I'm just making sure where we were last time, like Yeovil last time. Yeah, our season this year has been, it's just not been good. It's just, we've not been consistent at all. And our defence has looked shaky. It'd be something I'm working on for this season, but that's the league table. If we look at where we are in terms of the XG table as well, that's a good storyteller there. We should have finished ninth, so we have underperformed, both in terms of we've scored 10 goals less than we should have. We've conceded 10 goals more than we should have. It's just a case we need to, and we scored 12 points less than we should have. We just need to tidy up the defence, and the attack is essentially how things are looking for the start of next season. If I get rid of the players, we've had a youth intake. It's not been terribly exciting. We've had a youth intake, and we'll worry about those players, but I can't. We look at players though in terms of how things have been going. Bit of a spoiler for the team, so that's fine. We've got a lot of players who are out of contract at the end of the year and don't want new contracts. Ben Hockenhole refused to sign one. Riyad Abisi's been a pain. He's on a lot of money. Kean Taylor, again, is being a pain, and he is on a lot of money. Finn Potter, I'm still 50-50. I need to think it through. Cody Payne will probably go. Nathan Willis will probably go. I need to free up some wage budget, and one thing I have found, this is poor squad management on my part. I gave Sebastian Jensen a new contract at the back end of last season for £120,000 a year. He's played 8 games. Oliver Pimlott I put on 109,000. He's played 8 times. It's just, I've got a lot of players earning 100 grand a year who are playing a lot. Bailey James Partington, Charles Vernham. They're not playing a lot. They're taking up a lot of my wage budget. Luckily, Pimlett's wanted by Bury and Sebastian Jensen's got a couple of suitors, so we shouldn't have too much issue moving these guys on. But the reason this becomes a real issue is because I need to get those reinforcements both defensively and scoring goals. I've got a minus £853,000 a year wage budget, which I don't know how I've achieved that. I've not, as you can see, got the editor on. There's nothing funny happening here. For some reason, we've got a massive overspend on our wage budget that I need to get back on top of. And before we do that, we cut it in with players, because we are going to get much less budget Our budget this year was 1.6 million. Our budget next year is 1.3 million, 1.4 million. So we're actually £1 million above where we need to be next year, which means a lot of players need to go. It's going to be a big overhaul in the summer. And our transfer budget is going to be about £9,000, which is not helpful at all. So yeah, we're going to have to do a rebuild there. But let's skip over to the main road side, just so we know what's going on over there as well. As I said, Muchville Merchants, 13th in the National League North. No such excuses, really. There are a lot of bigger teams in here. Barrow are the only really bigger team in that league, and they've only just finished above us. So it's not like there's an excuse there to be made in terms of our XG this year. We are actually above where we should be. We've outperformed what we were expected to do, both attacking and defensively. So we just need to improve our squad this year. In terms of what we've done in terms of league performance beyond that Leeds game. We had a good run after we lost to Leeds of sort of 4 wins in 5, and then just dropped. Just everything dropped. It all just went horribly wrong. So again, some things that I need to address. We've had a few morale issues on both sides of the divide as well, which has been a concern. In terms of our budget for next year, we are actually not as bad as the position as SC. We still have some budget left. I've been struggling. We've still got a few players lined up to turn around. I've been struggling really with that all year. And squad wise, again, we've got a bit of not as bad an overspend as we have with FC. We're not spending 6 figures on a player at all, which is probably why we're not higher up the table, to be honest. If we just haven't had the budget to spend on players. But again, we've got a few contracts expiring at the end of this year. These are our youth team players who will casually get rid of the youth team player because then they're not very spectacular. Nothing impressive came through our youth intake on either side. Ben Brooks is hardly playing, so I'll probably let him go. Freddie Stanley, I know I've offered a new contract to. Bobby Faulkner as well. He's a guy who's only just come in, or very recently come in, I believe. He's not been playing a lot for us. He's been playing in our reserves. I'll probably give him a new contract, but I'll try and cut his money down because he is the top earner at the club and he's played once. Lewis Noah, I'd love to give a new contract to, but he wants to start more games. He started 19. He's a rotation option, but we'll figure that out. Leighton Brown, I'm working on a new contract for. Shane Reynolds, I'm going to try and get a new contract for, but again, it's 50-50. And Charlie Wing, another one, his contract expires, who we need to give a new contract to, but he is wanted, and he's wanted by clubs that are arguably bigger and in a better level of football. So we just need to kind of figure out what we're doing here, because we don't have a lot of wage credit to play with for next season. And we are, just looking like we don't know what's going on. And again, our wage budget for this year was £232,000 a year. We're under, but our wage budget for next season is £159,000. We've got to somehow cut £70,000 out of budget. And when I say we've got to cut £70,000 out of our budget, I mean, that's most of our first team. To be honest, most of our 13 wouldn't come under set play. If we say realistically, we're looking at our top 7 earners. I mean, that still wouldn't leave us any room for reinforcement. It's going to be a struggle. This summer's going to be hell. I'm going to try and get it out before Tuesday for you. It's going to be an absolute hell. I don't know how we're going to make this work at all. Anyway, you're here for some football, so let's go play some football. Let's get pressure in. And I think we'll start with whichever team comes up first, to be honest, on our little lottery of things. It's going to be Maine Road, apparently. And I think I need to do anything else. I think I've deliberately, but it's been a while. I've been so ill. I cannot tell you how ill I've been the last few days. I think we're going to go with this team because I have a feeling I picked this team for a reason. I remember now. I picked this team because they were players I wanted to look at for next season. They were players I want to try and get some happiness into, like Lewis Nolan. This for the team we go. We're going to go Ruben Brammer in goal. It's going to be Ollie Morgan, Oscar Dorbat, Bobby Faulkner, and Freddie Stanley at the back. Lewis Nolan, Leighton Brown, Luke Jones, Coben Burt, Luke Norris, and Theo Carroll. And then we've got Wing, Tyree, Donahue, Miller, and Reynolds on the bench. So we'll firm that, and then let's go and play some football with Maine Road. So here at Maine Road, we're going to do a get out there and show you've got what it takes. Why not? Let's try that out. It's not really a lot of point doing a big team talk today because, as I said, we're 13th at the table and we're nowhere near either relegation or promotion. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be a tough one today. I think it could be, a tough game on the field because we have a rotated side, a highly rotated side, but also my voice is definitely not going to survive this episode. I've just got a feeling my voice is not going to survive. As I said, I'm just desperately trying to get this out for you on Friday. I'm recording this on Thursday just before I go to work. And yeah, I'm not confident my voice is making it through the day, especially because I have to come back from work, edit this overnight, and then hope I get it up in time for you. So hopefully something good will happen in this episode as Nolan gets brought down the box and doesn't get a penalty, and Isaac now having a run at us out wide for Morris, who should come back towards us to Wiley. Wiley finds Hella. Hella finds Nwoko, who's into the bobs, has a shot, and well, I don't think it's been saved. Gone out for a goal kick. That's okay. Happy days. Good start. We're not losing. And yeah, it's gonna be a day today. Well, Luke Norris has picked up an injury. That's a concern. I think he was going to retire at the end of the season. I'm sure he's just retiring at some stage, which could be a worry. I'll worry about that after the game. I'm going to send Amari Miller in to replace him, and hopefully he can score a goal just to make things all better for us, because he's been okay this season. He's not been spectacular, but he's been okay. Almost occasionally starts to show signs of being the player he was once predicted to become, as we should probably restart play. And yeah, he just needs to improve a little bit. Again, not sure what we're going to do with the players this summer in the window. It's going to be such a massive rebuild. I think Ruben Brammer is going to be our first choice goalkeeper next year, because I'm going to have to sell some players on just to have some rebuild funds. I'm not quite sure what else we do with these boys, as White now has picked up the ball for a free kick. Forrest back to White for Alfreton and to Morris now. The thing with Alfreton is they're already down, so they are literally just playing for pride at this point. And that's, I guess, a concern for us. As Newell now picks up the ball, cross goes over looking for Isaac, who heads it away. They're a team we should be beating, even with our reserves up. But again, as I said, it's a chance for our fringe players a little bit to step up and show their worth keeping around, because I am going to be very ruthless this summer. With both dots, I'll be completely ruthless. As much as there are players I have attachments to, like, for example, Coburn Bird. We all know I love Coburn Bird. But if he has to go to make the team better, he has to go. Same with Theo Carroll. Same with Luke Norris. If he doesn't retire, he may go anyway. Charlie Wing has come through, the player I like, and he may not make it through to next season. I'm going to have to be ruthless for both the sake of the club financially and in terms of on-field success. 5 minutes of injury time is a lot. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Half-time that is here. Let's move to the dressing room. Let's just do a show a bit of desire, like a team that wants to win, because that's fair. And then we'll do our individual shouts of just, sort your lives out, boys. You're not very good, because that's always a fair shout, especially when the boys have not been very good. Amari Miller's come on and not been great either. Let them sort their lives out, and we'll send them back out for a second half. And immediately in the second half, we get an injury for Lewis Nolan, who should be grateful I don't play him as often as he likes, because apparently he just wants to get hurt. We're going to send Charlie Wing on. That should improve the side, which is at least a small mercy. But yeah, we'll see how that changes things. Calling out for Alfreton, I was just thinking about a sub, and I might make it anyway. I'm going to say Shane Reynolds on for Stanley, because he's been terrible. Freddie Stanley's not had a good game at all. A 6.2. We're going to use an actual sub of our own volition. Probably won't help much, because the players ahead of him aren't doing a terribly good job. But Shane Reynolds has gone in just to try and make things a little bit better. We'll try and fire the boys up. Hopefully they'll get involved, and we can get a second goal, or get a first goal for us. I should say a second goal of the game, as Wing is going to go looking, hopefully, for his old friend Coburn Bird. He's usually being clutch. He's not done anything at use there. Yeah, Coburn Bird, he's on a 6.2. He has a habit, though, he's said it before. He goes missing in games, and then suddenly it pops up with a late goal. It's really odd. He's a very mercurial, I think, is the word they use both guys. A bit like a Gaza without the talent, in that he can be missing for 89 minutes and suddenly pop up with something brilliant. I don't think this will be that game. I think this will be the game where he goes missing for 89 minutes and stays missing for another 6. But, we've been forced to use a roster, so he can't come off now. We're just going to have to hope the players on the pitch can step up and do something useful. So injury time, Alfreton, a free kick. Nicholas forward for Morris, over the top looking for Hella. Luckily, Brammer has picked that up. That can't be the whole highlight, so hopefully we're going to go on a counter-attack for an equaliser. Big ball down the field from Brown, looking for Carroll. Can't find him, gives it away. Wiley forward for Dix. Dix forward for Morris to Wiley. Wiley through. Heller is there. Great save by Ruben Brammer, who is going to have offside anyway, but he's going to have to step up next year because he's the only goalkeeper I can afford. So, Dover to Faulkner. Faulkner now with a chance to build something from the back, over the top, looking for Miller. Can't find it. Gubbins heads away to Unloco. White out wide for Morgan. Morgan looking for a ball forward for Brown. Brown, who finds wing to Morgan again. Morgan will look for a ball out wide to Jones. Jones going down the wing, maybe cross in for Carroll. Theo Carroll, one too many touches there. Noah Cooper makes a save. We've got a corner, but Theo Carroll had to hit that first time. The extra touches cost it to help the defender get in position as well. And Jones will take the corner. Can we use this to our advantage? Ball goes in, headed away. Unfortunately, and Wopo's going to get there first. That's going to fizzle out into a nothing unless we win the ball back almost immediately, which we won't do. Morris forward for Dix to Wiley now. Wiley with the ball forward again to Dix. Dix running at us. Can we get something, anything from this at all? His highlights continue, which tells me that Alfreton are going to score. So, I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but it's part of the reason I've been thinking I'd change it to be a match engine. Because, well, yeah, it's become a little bit predictable. Didn't finish a goal that time. Very shocking. It was a long nothing highlight. You chose it ended either a goal or a card. It didn't, but there we go. That's life. Let's call it a day on the season and accept that loss. Good times. I just thought we were waiting for someone on top. I had a lot of chances. In fact, I think I'm gonna say, let's go with that. Everything else is yelling at them. So let's go play with FC United and see if they can do better. And so the FC United lineup again, picked by players I want to have a look at ahead of next season. So it's Jensen in goal, it's McMillan, Partington, Potter, and Ramwell. It's Pennington and Pinlet in the centre of midfield behind Gordon, Kipriadis, and Edmondson, and it's Tiofo up top. It's then White, McCarthy, Payne, Willis, and Furner on the bench. Very simple. So let's go see how they do. So in the FC United dressing room today, we're playing Cheltenham, although I didn't mention that before. Give the fans an appropriate send-off for the support they've given you this season. It feels like the right way to go. There's no pressure on this game. We can't go down. We can't go up. There's nothing really happening or occurring. As I said, it's just a way for us to round off the season, have a look at what we've got for next year, whether people are going to stay, go. We're essentially making their final assessment, giving their final grade for the year today. The ones we're on the bubble about will encourage the boys, but yeah, just settle in for a nice one today. And this lower league gegenpress we've been using, I don't know if it's the players or if it's the formation. I'm not quite sure yet. It has been working for me in other saves, so I'm not sure. As Abdullah gets a goal for Cheltenham early on, pretty nice goal, gotta be said. Talking of that, actually, I'm thinking, let me know in the comments down below what you feel about this. I'll probably start doing recording on Saturday for next week. So let me know in the comments below if you're one of the people who gets here early. You'd finish. I think I might switch, for both series actually, I might switch to this brand new match engine that's come out, the more realistic match engine, just to freshen the series up a little bit, because it'd be nice for us to see how it looks. I want to have a play with it, and maybe it'll produce some tactical things that I wouldn't normally do, which is quite nice, because I do feel like I need to freshen the game up in my mind a little bit. So let me know how you feel about that. Maybe we'll switch to that more realistic tactical or match engine, just to shake things up, as Kinsella picks up the ball out for Cheltenham, having a little run at us. Adds head down on the ball with a shot from Maine with the bar, and that really has gone nowhere. It's gone nowhere. That's what's happened. So, we're behind. We're going to demand more, I think, and see if that fires the boys up. No one's covering themselves in glory today. A few of these players, I think, are closer to a foul out the door than they are to a foot in the door, and some of them, like Bailey J. Partington and Sebastian Jensen, will probably have to lower their wage demands significantly to still be here next year. So, it's all turmoil at the moment as Cooper picks up the ball, going forward for Cheltenham, into the box, moving at the pace of concept. I don't know how we did catch it. Liam Kinsella's scored that off his layoff, but honestly, Cooper was moving so slowly getting into that box. There's no excuse for us not to defend that. He picks up the ball here. I think he was probably offside there, and then just moves at the absolute slowest pace you've ever seen a player move at, and no one made any effort to catch him. Really disappointing stuff. And we'd like to just not experience this, to be honest, for our last game of the season in terms of the save. And yeah, it can only go up from here. To be honest, we can only go up from here because this has been rubbish. This has been absolutely terrible, and I'm tempted to make subs already because some of these players are playing so bad. But we'll stay the course. First half, Cheltenham on the corner, Carson into the box, headed away by Gordon. Ramwell finally, hopefully, gets it sort of clear. Cooper picks it up to Ted now. Back forward for McElhenney to Gabbert to Kinsella to Watts, who has all the time. We're not pressing. We're in a gegenpress, and we're not pressing. I don't understand. There's some tactical ineptitude here going on from the maybe, or from the players. Maybe they're not good enough to understand what I'm asking them to do, but it's just press. Just press the ball. That's all I really want you to do. Is Abdullah gets a shot away, and Jedson. I'm going to never do in the match. I'll do a tweak here, and I'll try and find the pressing. Where is the pressing? There we go. Trigger press. We're going to go much more often and hit OK. And we're going to do it from there. I'll just make them press more because what they're doing right now isn't pressing and it's not impressive. I don't like it. So we're going to see if we can maybe get them to defend a little bit tighter. We're going to berate them again while we can. Hopefully we don't see any more goals against us before half time. I've said that now. At Cheltenham, I've got a free kick headed towards goal by Kinsella. Jensen, I guess, had it covered, but it's not impressing. I was on 6.8, but he's not exactly impressing me as half-time approaches. So in the direction we're going to say we have to be better in front of goal, start hitting the target, but I think that's unfair at all. We're going to grab all these guys who are on 6.5 or below. You've seen me do it before. I always think this works quite nicely to try and get a second half performance out of players, so we're going to try it out. Point the finger and say, I'm not happy with your performance today. And, well, some of them look disenchanted, apparently. That's fine. We're out in the second half. And hopefully we'll get something out of this one as we finally got a highlight in our favour. Potter, forward for Pennington. Pennington for Kypriadis. Kypriadis to Bourne. Kypriadis is definitely going to be here next season, by the way. I guarantee it, as Kinsella heads the ball forward for Cooper, who, again, I imagine will move at the speed of Continental Drift and not get tackled. Cross goes over. Partington gets ahead to it. And is Pennington trying to chase down Carson. We are, again, not pressing very hard, and we're looking terrible. And, well, that should have been a goal, to be honest. We've had a let-off there. And, don't know what to tell you. I do not know what to tell you. It's just been really terrible. Honestly, this whole game has been terrible for us. And, yeah, I'm seeing nothing in many of the players on the pitch to tell me that those who are going to be out of contract at the end of the year deserve to be getting new ones. So we made a bunch of changes in the second half. We sent on Vanarama, McCarthy and White. And honestly, we've looked better. Even though we've not seen any highlights, we've looked better just from what I've been seeing stats-wise as Potter gets it back now to Pimlott. Pimlott forward for Macmillan, who switched to the left-hand side to make way for Partington to move out right and White to play in the centre of defence. Charles Vernon has won us a penalty, and I don't know who's stepping up to take it first. I've got no idea who our penalty taker is. Ryan Tiofo is taking it today. And can he score just to get us back in the game? Yes, he can. Now, hopefully, we can kick on. We'll encourage the boys. We'll do it. I think, yeah, let's do an encourage shot after that. And hopefully, that will lead to us getting an equaliser, because that'd be a nice comeback for us. We've not played well. We can't pretend we've played well. But if we can steal a draw from the jaws of defeat, I'd be quite happy. We are, as I said, massively being outclassed by Cheltenham. They've got a corner out. It'll probably go to 3-1. Watts goes in. And, we sort of won something in the air as Adam Taylor makes it 3-1. That's pretty much game over for us. But we look like we might have a chance briefly, which is nice. And, we'll just carry on regardless, because this season, as I said, is over. And, yeah, it's been a bit of a damn squib. But hopefully, as I said, we can, as we often do in our second season, we'll kick on and try and get a response next year with a better squad. I am starting to get concerned we may have reached the limit of these teams' growth potential. As Tiofo gets in for a second goal, we may have reached the limit of these teams' growth potential, because Maine Road just don't bring in enough people through the door to make any money. So I'm going to have to put them into debt to get them up a level in the hope that we can maybe get more people through the door. And FC United are already overextended, to be honest. And probably we think is needed on our transfer strategy. We might have to really try and utilise loans. It's going to be tough because I don't want to pay out for those loans. And also I don't want to have recall clauses because they've cost us in the past. As White played it out to Partington. Can we maybe get an equaliser here? Now we're back at 3-2. Not if we're going to get tackled that easily by doing nothing with the ball. Give it away there. One back by Millen. Werner is on the ball now. Can he make something happen? Ball through to Kipriadis. Kipriadis is through, and he gets his shot saved by Hollingshead. And, well, yeah, it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a really tough one to get an equaliser here. But yeah, it's big summer ahead. Big summer of lots of transfers. McCarthy puts the corner in, looking for Potter. Can't find him. And it's going to fall for Deeming, who may well come back. And as we'll find out by how long the highlight goes. Werner wins the ball back, but Deeming just puts his foot back in and says, no chance, boys. It's not happening today. Nice try. So, yeah, this one here is going to be wrapped up nice and quickly. Job done. And, yeah, I guess we will wrap up the episode in just a second after I've done a little team talk. I don't want to say I'm proud of your efforts. I want to say I'm not like didn't know I just saw from that team. There we go. We'll wrap up the episode in a second. So my intention was to come back and show you some actual final budgets, but unfortunately we've not had them announced yet, which is a problem. Certainly I had it on the FC United side. We'll check on Maine Road side just to see if there's any ears. Not at all. They just don't like my tactics. So that's good stuff. Luke Norris, by the way, out for 8 weeks. I don't know. Did I confirm if he was going to retire or not? He might. No, he's not. He's not retiring. That's fine. And Lewis Snow went out for 2. That's fine. That's all good. Right, let's wrap the episode up there before my voice completely abandons me. Thanks for watching, guys. I've always been chasing Lee. Do like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff. If you haven't already, leave your comments down below. All really helps out the channel. Especially give me your thoughts on that Switcher match engine, because if you want to see it, we'll do it. You know, that's live. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all very soon. Till next time, stay safe and have a good one.